well prepared, right? So
Oh, I said Levon Aronian. I was talking about him from earlier. Sorry. Levon was one of Sindarov's earlier victims. I meant Vidit. Sorry, in this game. Too many top players in the tournament.
I know. Actually, I haven't kept abreast of how Levon is actually doing. Okay, he's on 3.5 points, Levon Aronian. And do you know who he's facing on board 13?
Who's he facing, Ivanka?
Okay, Narayanan.
Narayanan.
And Narayanan is just incredible, you know, doing better and better every time I see him. Very calm, very strong grandmaster. I mean, literally. I mean, you're still playing strong grandmasters, even like on my third.
Everything on this Sindarov, but now Ivanka, not knight takes d3.
Rook takes d3.
And the reason you take with a rook, I think, is because if you take with a knight, white can just take this bishop, and after check, it looks like a fork on the king and queen. But when the king moves, black suddenly realizes the back rank checkmate. Rook takes d8 would trap the king, so that's why we have to start taking with the rook in the game position. Sorry, and Vidit's frowning.
Yeah, look at. Well, I think Vidit was looking more puzzled actually that his opponent has just headed straight into this line. Rook takes. Let's put that on the board one more time. Rook takes pawn. The killer blow. And this one is also very easy to spot because after pawn takes bishop, I mean, first of all, you have a square on g3 that you can plonk a piece. And I would be plonking the queen so that it gives a kiss to the white king.
And
yep.
Unfortunately here, I think the detail that maybe Sindarov has missed is that... wait, what happens here? Oh, you give a check from h3. And once the white queen blocks, if she doesn't, then the rook will deliver a killer blow.
Yeah.
But once the white queen blocks,
you can actually go rook takes rook.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, is this? Hang on. Yes, everything's good.
Check.
And now the king has to move, and
rook falls with check, and
he plays it. Rook takes d3.
Boom. On
Boom.
The board. And look at that, Levon Aronian smiling in the background. He knows this is a winning tactic from Vidit. He's appreciating that tactician himself, Levon.
Yeah, and it came as a shock to Sindarov. I mean, he was only expecting knight takes pawn or something, and long variation or wrong variation.
Yeah, he was the one who initiated this tactical flurry, but it's backfired on white. And we mentioned now that pawn takes bishop would lose to queen g3 check, and some checks ending in a material gain for black. Rook takes rook will be met in which fashion here?
Bishop takes pawn.
Bishop takes pawn. The white rook will block, however. I think maybe it's just a simple case now knight takes rook. And now knight f4 check will come because there's no back rank problems like there was in the other variation.
Nice.
Now knight check. Queen takes knight met by double attack. Wow, it's game over pretty much. No way to keep fighting. And Anton Korobov, and it's nice how all the tactical players start kind of zeroing in as soon as they see some flashy moves on other boards.
Yeah, we saw Levon give Vidit the seal of approval, and look, another one coming, Yakoboev.
His countryman, fellow Uzbek phenomenon, Yakoboev, he knows that.
Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride.
Sindarov is crashing to defeat here.
Yeah.
And not too much time on the clock, 2 minutes as well. Bishop takes e4 and queen g3. Both killer threats.
And Sindarov actually has a problem with the clock as well. He's down to 2.5 minutes. He's poised, he's fully focused, but unfortunately his position is just creaking.
In fact, bishop takes e4 killer. We mentioned rook takes rook, and now the most efficient way would be simply to recapture the rook. Knight f4 now, a massive check.
Yeah. Is there any pawn takes bishops?
Yeah, and check. I understand what you want to do here. You want to play, for example,
Yes, king h1.
or king
is
somewhere. And
yeah, and then pawn takes pawn and hope that that pawn will one day become a queen, but after queen takes pawn, check.
Yeah,
Dream has been killed.
close but not close enough. And he does play rook takes rook.
Yeah, and knight takes rook on the board.
But how to step out of this one? Okay, he moves his queen simply. And,
But now this is a lot of pieces for...
a lot of pieces. How is Vidit going to bank this, though? He can take this pawn with check. You can even trade queens if he really wants to simplify the equation. But bishop takes e4. I don't see any safe squares for this king.
No, I like this idea as well. The king goes,
Probably back. If you go
Back.
to a light square, then there'll be a
Yes.
discovered check.
yep, so
The queen would drop.
can't do that.
So king g1. Now, I'm slightly surprised he didn't take this bishop off the board. It looked like the easiest way. At least white is hitting this knight, so it's not immediately over. Probably you're just winning if you take this pawn with the black knight and continue attacking this bishop. But what's the cleanest way to victory?
What else to do?
Yeah, okay, he's fighting. He's fighting hard.
Yeah, I was also thinking
King takes bishop.
king takes bishop, rook takes knight.
I feel like it's a bit of an issue on this piece.
Yeah, but that can easily be resolved with a knight coming back to.
Suddenly pawns
Then
are
rook
dropping.
takes pawn.
At least white is wriggling. There's still material up for black. It's another case of two pieces versus a rook. But is there anything that would turn the lights off for white in this?
What about a queen takes pawn?
Queen takes pawn. That would be my choice just because
Yeah,
queen's
yeah.
off the board. You don't have to calculate as much. Check. And now maybe the simplest would be to
Knight
just
takes pawn.
knight takes pawn as well. Yeah. That's greedy, Ivanka. Push the pawn.
Yes, but it's my style.
Greedy but strong. Yeah, this looks winning. The bishop has to move. I
Yeah.
was suddenly scared it was trapped, but has to retreat somewhere. And now these two pawns, even if you just guard,
Yeah.
eventually they will decide the game. Black's knights will re-centralize slowly but surely, and still some endgame technique needed, but should be a win.
Should be a win. And like you say, what a great comeback from Vidit after losing.
And you can get queens off and head into a technical endgame, up a bunch of material. Yeah, I think we'll see him wrap this up. It'll still go beyond the time control. We're now at move 31. I think Sindarov will fight. The young players, they never resign, but yeah, he'll be justified in doing so.
Yep. And talking about someone trying to fight, but not managing.